Hi guys, hope you're keeping well. Sorry I've been a little bit quiet lately. I have still been enjoying games, but there hasn't really been anything particularly new to share with you per se. There are some games that are on the horizon in terms of that I want to purchase, and I'll be kind of showcasing some of my playthroughs of those. Um, but I'm just not the kind of creator, I guess, that'll just fill gaps with just random things if I don't think there's anything interesting to share or to say. So sorry if it's felt like a bit of radio silence from me. It definitely wasn't intentional. But one thing I wanted to do today was just talk about this figure. I've had it quite a while, and I did mean to do a little review overview of it when I first got it, but I just haven't had a chance to do so. So I've owned this figure now for ooh, probably definitely over a year, maybe a year and a half or something like that. I can't remember. So this is the McFarlane Doomslayer, obviously the classic Marine look. It's the only one out of the range that they released that I was interested in, just because of that kind of classic aesthetic, which I just love so much. I think there's something that just takes me back to like the first time I played Doom or Doom 2, I think it was maybe my first game of the Doom franchise. And yes, I just loved the way it looked. So I went and decided to have a go. It was my first, and it still is my first McFarlane figure. So bear that in mind, I guess, in terms of when I talk about this. Sorry, a little bit dusty there on the sides. It has been on a shelf for a good amount of time. So first things first is to make sure that you know what to expect when you get this. So don't expect something ultra high end, and definitely don't pay over the odds for it. So it's not a bad figure at all. It's really good. It looks the part on the shelf. It looks amazing. But I paid, to give you an idea, I paid £20 for it, and that was delivered. I think the figure itself was like £17, so postage and packaging on top of that. I saw for a period of time this figure going for some insane prices. I would never pay anything above, I don't know, £25 for it. That's just personally. Obviously, if you're ultra fanatic and you feel that you have to have a figure that has this look, then by all means, I'm not going to tell you how to spend your money. Go for it. But in terms of just the kind of materials and things like that, it definitely has more of a toy feel than a collector's item feel. So just bear that in mind. It's good. It's really good, but I would not pay over the odds for it. So it's got pretty good articulation. So I'll just have to remind myself as well what he has, because I haven't played with him for quite a while. Good knee articulation there. The foot as well. I don't think he's got an ankle tilt. So it just goes back and forwards. Same for the other one as well. The joints feel okay. I mean, they could have been a little bit kind of more, I don't know, have a bit more of a like a good feel to them. They feel a little bit kind of stiff, I guess. It's got a good rotation there on the top of the leg. Same for this one. Arm-wise, you can go quite all the way up. He's got the arm bend there as well, up to that point, then all the way out. Same on this side. That's the thing I'm not a huge fan of, these kind of little things here. But again, it's just bear in mind the original price point of this. And I think if you see it as a toy that looks cool and can look cool on the shelf, and that's all it is, then absolutely fine. Go for it. Don't expect more from it. That's my main point. I think he has got, he can have like a little kind of like a torso tilt, which is pretty cool. I do like that. He's got also bend, I think, is it all? Yeah, all the way around, 360. Pretty good. He's got his flame belch there. And the head can also go down, up, and can rotate, I think, all around. No, not kind of. It doesn't feel like it goes all the way around. It feels like it's on. Maybe I may detach it if I go all the way around, but I wouldn't want to do that anyway. So it did come with a little stand. There's a reason why the stand isn't on here. It's a bit of a pain to actually get him to attach to the stand. So he's got these two small holes there, and I just found it was just quite difficult to get him to tab on. And he stands absolutely fine, but you do have to find the right position for him to do so. Just because of the lack of ankle tilt, you need to play around a bit with how you position the top of his legs, and obviously the knees as well. But as long as you got the feet pretty solid, he does a pretty good job. Obviously it comes with his super shotgun. You can see as well his blade on the side, and you know what, he looks really cool. He does look really cool, and for the price I can't complain. So super shotgun does come out. I think it did take me a while to actually get it in his hand, I believe, so it might be a bit difficult to actually pry it out. Let's see if I can actually do it. There we go. There we are. So it does fit, and it fits quite snugly. So I did read in some places that people were saying that he was finding it hard to kind of hold his gun or whatever, but you can get it in there. And as you can see, one of his fingers is actually pointed forward to actually sit really nicely on the trigger as well. So it fits absolutely perfectly. And the gun looks pretty cool. Again, you know, the materials used, you can see here is kind of bendy kind of plastic. And a lot of his stuff here as well, you know, is quite kind of bendy. It definitely feels like a toy to me. That goes back to the point I was making before. That's the view from the back. So you got obviously his belt there. You can see some of the detailings, some different kind of coloration on some of the elements there. You can see now that it's focused, a bit kind of more of a washed out green, kind of like green and yellow kind of mixture. So slightly different kind of hue as you go round, but pretty consistent. I mean, that mixture of green and yellow is pretty consistent. And obviously you can see there the detailing of his bullets as well, and a couple of pouches there around the side. The face sculpt is pretty awesome. I think he looks great. I love how they've managed to actually include little detailings like the battle scarring. That is pretty nice. What I would have loved is for a figure like this, but with kind of different materials and maybe a slightly upgraded build quality, but without breaking the bank. So something more like in between, really, like my Archvile statue that I have, you know, something along those lines, but with a bit of articulation. But, you know, maybe I'm asking for too much. I know there's some Doomslayer figures that are like incredible looking, but they're huge and they cost hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of pounds. It's pretty much out of reach of most people. But this I would definitely recommend as a really good visual representation of that classic Doom Marine aesthetic. And if you are a Doom fan and you want something on your shelf that looks cool, then I would highly recommend it. Just personally, I would tell you to, again, not pay over the odds for it, know what to expect, and as long as that's the case, I think you would really, really enjoy it. So thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed this quick review and overview of this figure, and I'll catch you all very soon. Take care.